Hey humans, Coach Nate here with another Mindful Focus. Interesting post of a quote to share with you today. It says, "Don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a lot of time making it." How often have we made mistakes? We invested so much energy and effort and time and focus and money into it. And we felt, well, I'm so far in. I know it's a mistake, but I'm going to keep going because of how much I have already put towards this. We all make mistakes. There isn't a person on the face of this earth that has not made a mistake. Some of them are large, some of them are small, some of them are doozies, life-altering mistakes. We've all been there. If you haven't, keep living. You will. It's life. It happens. It occurs. No one is exempt. We can get stuck on a mistake because we're viewing it as an investment of time, money, energy, resources, the cost. And like investments, I'll take financial investments, there are times to pull up stakes. There are times to cut our losses, no matter how much, because simply dumping more in is not going to result in a better outcome. If we have a car with a hole in the gas tank rusted through, going to the gas pump and putting more gas in the tank is not going to solve the problem. It's going to make it worse and potentially cause other problems to occur. So just because it's a huge investment does not mean it can be undone by moving in, dwelling there, hunkering down, immersing and burying ourselves in it, especially when we see that it's not getting better. Dwelling at the scene of the crime can do more harm than good. It happened, it occurred, it's not so good, maybe even bad, maybe critical, potentially life-changing. But continuing to reside there, hoping that it's going to change things, is unhealthy, and we can get stuck there. And instead of, well, let's talk about the how in the let go, live now, win. One of the first steps is simply to acknowledge it's a mistake. I made a mistake. It happened. It occurred. Call it what it is. Then we accept that it is a mistake. I made the wrong decision. I made the wrong choice. This looked like it was for me, but I was mistaken. I am wrong in this. This isn't going to work. When we move from those to then embracing it, which is a critical step, rather than resisting, ignoring, not acknowledging, denying, and shift from that unhealthy standpoint to embracing it like we chose it. Then we use the efforts and the energy and the focus and our creative problem-solving skills to begin to move past, move forward, rebuild, doing things that serve us rather than dwelling on the mistake as it grows and festers and continues to decay things around us. And in that mindset, then we are better able to see, and what we should be doing now is looking for the lesson. Look for the lesson or the learning in the mistake. One that helps us to understand how we got here. 2, how not to continue to be here. And 3, how to avoid making the same mistake again. Denial, resistance, and dwelling don't help us to gain the knowledge and the wisdom that we need to help us to work through the challenge of the mistake, recover from it, and avoid making it again. And here comes a really big, very crucial part. Learn to forgive yourself. You made a mistake. It happened. You may have been well-intentioned. You were very sincere, but you may have simply been sincerely wrong. Remember when I said we all make mistakes, no one is immune? Some are better at creating a facade that they don't make mistakes or they're close to perfect. And oftentimes that's to cover up the multitude of mistakes they have made, and sometimes the ones that they're currently making. They are desperate for you to not know, highly insecure about the level, the degree, and the quantity of mistakes. But that's not our focus. So comparing ourselves to others who don't appear to have made mistakes is a waste of time, energy, focus, and efforts. It's acknowledging it, forgiving yourself, and then forgiving others who made mistakes, whether they ask for it or not, because not forgiving them is carrying baggage that you really don't need. You've got to move on. You've moved through, rebuild, and make progress. You don't need the weight of unforgiveness of somebody else's mistake preventing you from your progress and where you're going. And then as you proceed forward, apply the learnings. Apply the learnings. There was I believe the story about Thomas Edison and inventing the light bulb, and I believe it was on the 1000th time, and he was being interviewed, and he said, how do you feel about, making all of those mistakes prior to the success of this light bulb? And his view was, I don't view the 999 attempts as mistakes. I just found 999 ways that didn't work. So as you view your mistakes, look at it as okay, I now have one more way that I know this doesn't work, and I can add that to the list, and I can extract from that what I can use for myself to help myself make progress and grow further into the future. And for that, I'm thankful. I'm not going to live there and beat myself up over and be hard on myself and ridicule. The world is going to do a great job at that for you. You don't need to help them. I'm simply going to say, I acknowledge it, I accept it, I will embrace it, not resist it. Look for the lessons, forgive myself, let go, and begin to move forward and apply the learnings as I grow forward. Just sharing some insights with you. Feel free to try them or toss them. Both of those can be correct answers. Which one is only something you can determine for yourself. If you like this content, it resonated with you, feel free to give a like and a subscribe so you know when I post new content like this. And if you know of someone that could benefit, please share this with them to help them in their life's journey. But most importantly, and until next time, remember to let go, live now, and win.